The table topic for the day is describe a moment when a friend surprised you and what it taught you about friendship. I vividly remember this specific scenario. I got invited to a dinner party. We were talking about things that are going on in our life. And I mentioned, oh, my other friend bought a house. And I was talking about how this might not be the best decision. He's overly leveraged. The market seems to be wishy washy. Just, I didn't agree with it, essentially. And I remember this friend, he was like, don't say that. Why would you say that? You should be congratulating him and then talk about these other things. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, that's interesting. Because it brought out something very clear. In the friendship group, in the friend group that I was previously in, right? Like shit talking each other, putting each other down, playing this comparison game is just how we communicated. I was part of it. I'm not innocent. Every person in the group would propagate this kind of environment. It didn't even occur to me that there was another way to interact with each other. Like you could congratulate him, feel good about the fact that they took a risk and made this decision, and then sit down and maybe talk about, okay, are you sure about this? And try to perhaps make it land in a softer way. But the key insight here being, instead of immediately jumping into criticism, let's try and show more compassion and show that you actually care about your friend. And really, that was kind of the first time where I had a mental shift and I was like, yeah, you're right. That's kind of who I want to be. I don't want to be the person that just immediately jumps onto the negatives and criticizes. I don't actually want to be that person. So from that situation, I slowly started realizing, actually, I don't want to be in this kind of dynamic anymore. Even though it has served me for the past 10, 15 years, I actually want something that's more positive. And if I model that kind of behavior, I will attract that kind of people. So to reiterate, this moment where I immediately jumped into negativity and criticism was a defining moment for myself when another friend pointed it out and was very surprised why I talked about one of my friends buying a house in such a negative light. And it's funny because I brought this up with that friend who I criticized, and he was like, you know what? I didn't mind it. I didn't really feel bad about it. You're just being logical. He didn't think much of it, which is the problem, because if he doesn't think that was a problem, then he would dish it out and it's just normal to him. No one felt bad except for me, I guess. Yeah, very interesting. Anyways, that's the story. That's about it.